First of all, what is your perception on the whole light skin, dark skin ordeal? Like, how do you feel about it? Just as an African American male, like, what are your thoughts on it?
As an African American male, I feel like it's like thought too much into it.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's too many people saying, "Oh, I'm light skinned or I'm dark skinned and I have to look like this," and it's like it's too many colors for in the black community for them to just say, "Oh, I'm light skinned" or "Oh, I'm dark skinned." Like there's brown skin, fair skin. There's even lighter than light skin, really.
Right. How do you feel that the whole light skin, dark skin? How do you feel it plays in society, and how do you think like it's affected society?
In some ways, like I feel like, say when people are trying to get a job, it's like if the lighter you are, the more it's a higher percentage that you will get the job.
Yeah.
And some not necessarily racist, but like it's like the lighter you are, the better you're looking.
Right.
It doesn't have to be race or anything.
Right. How do you feel?
And like I see beauty in everybody. I mean, you could be dark as night or white as I don't know a ghost, and you could still be pretty in your own way.
Exactly. So, I mean, so you said you don't have any reflections, nothing that's ever came across your mind, maybe something you might have seen?
I mean, a lot of times you see kind of like on like social networks and stuff, and there'll be guys and they'll be like, I hate dark skinned girls, and you're kind of just like, why? Like, are you saying, I mean, are you saying that you probably never seen a dark skinned girl that you're attracted to,
right?
But
exactly.
I'm sure that you would be, because I'm sure that there's probably a famous person like maybe Gabrielle Union, because she's a beautiful dark skinned woman, and
Kelly Rowland.
And Kelly Rowland, somebody like that, and I know that they think that she's attractive or whatever, and if she came up to you, regardless of if she was famous or not, and was like, oh hey, what's up, I bet you give her time of day.
Right.
So it's just the fact of, I think it's just what you're more exposed to, like what you see more. So yeah, that's what I think. Cause that's something. This is the boy that I know, and he told me that I changed his perspective of what he thought. Like a 10 girl was, like a rated 10 girl was. Yeah. Because his first perception of that was a light skinned girl, long curly hair, somebody that's mixed. And he said that that I changed that. That I mean, I might not be a 10 or whatever, but you don't have to be light-skinned, blonde curly hair to be a 10.
Living in Rockland, California, which is predominantly all white people, or Caucasians, there are a couple African-American people that go to school there, but the African-American people that do go there are usually from out of state, like down south. Yeah. And so one experience that I've had with the whole dark skin, light skin topic issue was a guy who was of dark color, who said he doesn't like dark-skinned girls, or pretty much black girls in general. And I was kind of caught off guard on that, because one, you're someone that shares the same race as I do. If not, you're a couple shades darker than I am. Yeah, right. So I felt that guys pretty much, they categorize dark and light-skinned girls off of the people they've encountered. And I feel like we're all different, no matter the shade, so you shouldn't compare, that one person that you've encountered to all the rest. Right. I do feel like in certain situations, like as far as work, that those of lighter shade do get put up first before a darker shade person would. Right. Working at Talbot's, I was the only dark-skinned black girl there, the youngest, and...
Where did you work again? Can you say it again?
Talbot's.
And what is it?
It's a retail store for women, all ages. Predominantly the women there are like 40s and up, and they're pretty much all Caucasian. Okay. So not trying to take it away from dark skin, light skin, but the whole like racism thing. So I feel like it affects me in a way, but I try to overlook that and outshine that.
Light skinned girl.
Let me tell you something. Actually, I have. Somebody told me I was dark. I'm like this. I'm dark, and I'm like, so you name me because I'm dark. So yeah, I have. But at the end of the day, I know I'm not ugly, so I can pull a light skin, right skin boy.
Oh man, that has to do with media all the way. Right. Media has given that giving the light-skinned individuals, they put them on that pedestal, you know,
Right.
put them in a higher position.
Right.
You know, like, for example, Rihanna, all them, you know, lighter.
Right.
And she's, you know, up there. You know, people follow her. Even though she's not, you know, I have my opinions on her. She's not too much of a role model, in my opinion.
Right, yeah.
But since she has that ideal look
Right.
that people go for, they're going to follow her automatically.
Right.
You know, but it's all media
Right.
to me, and people feed off that automatically. People feed off of it. It's in us.
Right.
I'm not going to say, I look at the media like, you know, I've seen different type of trends and all that. I'm not going to say I'm not a victim of that.
Right.
You know, but that's what it is, man. And it's affecting our community, unfortunately, because
Right.
we are the targets. The media targets us African American kids.
Right.
You know, because we're the ones who set the trends.
Right.
You
Yeah,
know,
you're right.
we are. We give the Jordan brand and all that, you know, the power and all that. You feel me? Like that's what we do. So, of course, the media is going to affect us, and people that are basic in the mind,
Right.
they're going to feed off of and be like, oh, she doesn't look that way.
Right.
You feel me? She's dark. She's light. You feel me? I don't like her because she's lighter than me.
Right.
You know, I only mess with dark skin. I only mess with light skins. It's crazy, man. It's like
Right.
I don't understand. I never will understand it.
Where are you from?
Vallejo, California.
How old are you?
19.
Are you in school?
Yes.
What school do you go to?
Texas Southern University.
What are you majoring in?
Political science.
Okay, all right. So you're familiar with my humanities project, and I want to know, what are your thoughts on the whole light skin, dark skin thing, and how has it affected you?
Well, I think the whole light skin, dark skin thing is like really. I feel like it's pointless. I feel like it shouldn't even be happening, but because of what our ancestors went through way back in slavery and the whole master and raping the slave, you know, all that stuff, it just kind of brought jealousy from those in the field and those in the house, you know, all that stuff. But personally, going to school in the South, it's like it's for me, it's like I'm like praised, I guess you could say, because I'm light skinned, I'm so-called pretty, I have long hair, I got curves, like that they like stuff like that down there compared to a dark skinned girl or a mid skin, like they wouldn't really look at her as if they would look at me. So it's like, you know, when I first went to school, or when I first started TSU, like, I wasn't expecting the reactions that I just wasn't expecting to be looked at by everybody on campus and always be, hey, Ma, what's up, Ma? What's your name? Like, that's not normal for me. Because, you know, in California, you're supposed to be looked at as something totally different, but, you know, I don't know. It just, you know, it's not, I wouldn't say it's easy, but when it comes to getting chosen for certain things, I would have an upper hand than someone darker than me.
Hello everybody, my name is Daanecia Brown, and this is my project for my humanities class for Ms. Thickman, and my topic was based on light skin, dark skin debate. Being an African American woman, I see this a lot daily. I have an older brother who's dark skinned. My best friend is light skinned. A lot of the people that I hung around or I choose to hang around with are all types of colors, but even my closest friends are dark skin, light skin. And I see it a lot in the media. I also see it a lot everywhere I go. Just being a dark skinned woman, I see a lot of slander, you could say, being said towards us, and people looking at dark-skinned women as we're not beautiful enough, or if you're light-skinned, then that's automatically what's right. So I wanted to do a project and get a whole group of my friends and people that I know and their thoughts on what they felt about it. I'm actually going to share a personal reflection. For me, confidence has always been something that I was taught that had to come from within. And I've dealt with a lot of things as far as being confident, from my weight to my size, how I looked. And it wasn't until I got into high school that also being dark skinned was a problem. I've never had a problem with my color or what I look like. I had conversations with my mother because she grew up in East San Jose, and she expressed to me that, you know, being dark skinned was hard for her. She's always being teased and always being talked about. But when it's brought to your attention that, oh, you're attractive for a dark skinned girl, or oh, you're cute for like a dark skinned girl. I normally don't talk to dark skinned girls. That kind of takes an effect on you. Why is it that I can't be pretty for a dark skinned girl? Or why is it that my color has to be brought into the conversation? Why can't you like me for me? I feel that it's toxic, and that our community as African Americans, that it's tearing us apart, where we already encounter so much racism as it is, that the fact that I feel that I have to go into the world or the work world and feel as though I have one more thing to worry about. Not only am I an African American woman, but I'm a darker shade. So I have to be looked at as, I'm not going to be seen for my talents or what I can do, but to be looked at as, okay, she's dark skinned, or, you know, it's already done deal, or she's ratchet, or she looks like this, or she has weave in her hair because her hair is short. I feel that those stereotypes, it's ridiculous. And I feel that it's really tearing down African American people. And to see African American men, you know, slander women of color, and say that they look like this, or dark skinned girls look like that, or dark skinned girls, they smell like this, and light skinned girls smell like that. It's ridiculous. Light skinned people in general, dark skinned in general. If you can tell, and by a lot of the interviews that I did, everybody had one thing in common and said one thing: black is black. At the end of the day, you're black. At the end of the day, this is who you are as a person. And so if we don't see that as a people, that we are who we are, and we have to just embrace it because black is beautiful, then I can only fear for what's going to happen to the next generation and next generations. But I hope you guys like my project and that you enjoy the interview.